Welcome to Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
It's shake and bake time.
It's alright, 'cause I'm saying it's alright, 'cause I'm saying greetings, Earthlings, and locally loved fast food workers. This is episode number 244 of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon. I'm Chuck, that's Jon, and I didn't mess up the intro this week.
No, you didn't have to redo it this time. You done good, Chucker.
We are here.
Yeah.
It's going to be another great semi-mediocre podcast.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for, semi-mediocre.
I can't say that word. I'm not exactly sure how you actually say it.
Well, you mixed up mediocre. I don't know. You put okra?
Yeah, there's okra in it, like the food.
Okra. Yeah.
Mediocre.
It's not. It's mediocre.
Yeah, that's what
Even
I said.
though it's spelled no. That's like saying naked instead of naked.
Naked.
Do you say naked or naked?
You know what? A great Southern theologian once said, not theologian. He wasn't a theologian. He might have been a theologian. But the great Southern writer, from Moreland, Georgia.
Oh, Lewis Grizzard.
Lewis Grizzard once said, naked is when you don't have any clothes on. And wait, I can't say naked either way. I only say it one way.
Naked.
Naked.
Yeah.
That's when you don't have any clothes on, and naked is when you don't have any clothes on and you're up to something.
Oh. So naked and naked.
Yeah.
He says they're two different things. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got to look this up now because this is hilarious. We love Lewis Grizzard on the show. We've talked about him before.
Don't look it up.
Why?
Because I could have misquoted who it was. It could have been Jerry Clower.
Naked and naked. All right, here we go.
Was that right?
Yeah, Lewis Grizzard's.
Okay.
All right. All right. It was such a well-known joke, in fact, that it put naked on the map. Here we go. Some of the oldest photos in existence are of naked women. I'm not finding it. But it is apparently from Lewis Grizzard. Let's see. Urban Dictionary gives a similar definition of naked. All right, and let's see. When searching for Urban Dictionary says naked is natural, naked is naughty.
Haha. Well,
naked and naked. Yeah. So now that we've wasted the first 3 minutes on mediocre.
mediocre. Tomato. Who says tomato anyway?
I say tomater.
You know, I can spell, every time I spell Jonathan now, I have to say Joe Nathan.
Joe Nathan, because I told you Joe Nathan, and it makes sense, right?
It makes way more sense.
Yeah, just spell Joe Nathan.
They should have taught us like that in freaking school.
How about the Jonathan the Tortoise that I sent you the article about?
Dude, that's such a strange headline. Now, did we announce his death on the show?
No, we did not talk about the death of the tortoise on the show, but let me just read this headline for our listeners because this is great. Jonathan, the giant tortoise, the world's oldest living land animal, is alive after getting caught up in an alleged crypto scam.
How did...
He was caught up in an alleged crypto scam, Chucker.
How? How does the turtle get caught up in a crypto scam?
All right, let me tell you exactly how, Chuck. Someone, don't know who, someone created a X account, a Twitter account, in a veterinarian's name that used to be the vet for this tortoise, or may still be the vet for this tortoise.
How many vets has that tortoise had over the years?
Dude, he's like 200 years old.
Yeah.
So a lot, I would assume.
That tortoise is like, I'm here for a lifetime. Or I'm here forever. Yeah. You're just here for your lifetime. I will still be here.
He's going to be here.
Yeah.
So somebody created an X account in this veterinarian's name, and then basically just made a post that this tortoise was dead. And so it created traction online is what it did. And then that same account began promoting a Bitcoin, like some kind of cryptocurrency or something like that. And so I guess all the beloved followers of Jonathan the Giant Tortoise felt compelled to buy the cryptocurrency or something. I don't know. I don't know why they use the giant tortoise to gain traction on Twitter. Like, why use the death of a giant tortoise? Of all things you could have chosen, they chose the death of Jonathan the Giant Tortoise to gain traction to sell their cryptocurrency. Yeah. Of all the things, man, you could have made up some UFO disclosure. Like, you could have made up something that's like in the news now. But no, they went with Jonathan the Giant Tortoise, a fake death. They faked the death of Jonathan.
That's so funny. It's so mean to fake the death of a tortoise.
Thank God he is alive and well.
This is good news. We try to bring some good news on the show, and being the tortoise is alive.
Yeah. Oh, the locally loved fast food workers. I just want to shout out our local Taco Bell gave us a free taco.
No way.
Yeah, gave us free taco, a free crispy cantina chicken taco.
Ooh.
And it was delightful.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, Taco
Did they
Bell.
do it accidentally, or did they like, look, your order was delayed, or was it like a surprise taco?
My wife actually made a mistake ordering. And so when she got to the window, she was like, hey, I'm sorry. I meant to order one more of these tacos. I only ordered like one. I meant to order two or whatever it was. And they were like, I'm not going to charge you for it.
They're like, here you go.
Yeah, pretty much. They were just so cool about it, man.
That's the one near your house? Like, at the red light right there?
Yeah. It's so nice and convenient having a Taco Bell right there.
I bet. I bet. I don't have anything convenient to me except for a little store that sells soft drinks, junk food, and has a bunch of video gambling machines.
That's a necessity.
Yeah.
That's a necessity in an old country store, dude.
Yeah.
That's a must have.
Got to have. Dude, I got to tell you this. So I stopped at the, if you're in this area, you're familiar with, if you go out to Interstate 75 where 16 crosses, there's a JP Marathon.
Yeah.
And we are in the midst of a governor battle in the state.
Yeah.
It's a battle royale.
Yeah.
The Jones family owns this gas station.
Okay.
I put $40 worth of gas in my truck and had to sit through 4 Burt Jones commercials.
No.
Yes.
So you're saying the marathon might be a little swayed. They might be a little bit biased.
When he was running for something, and I can't remember. It was when it was something in the state. It was something.
Hadn't he been a state senator or something like that?
He's been everything in the state. And I went by the gas station over on in Butts County, one of their other gas stations. I had a cousin that works there, and everybody in there had Burt Jones shirts on.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, you doing a little campaigning?
Uniform?
Huh? Yeah. I said, you doing a little campaigning there, buddy? And he goes, it's kind of required.
Oh my gosh! That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. To make your employees wear a political shirt at work is hilarious.
That is some daggum boss hog type stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know.
And the people just do it.
Like, if they just do it, they're just like, okay,
yeah,
whatever. You're paying me minimum wage. I'm good with that. I got a free shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Burt Jones.
I mean, I'm probably going to vote for him, but
yeah.
You know.
Is it because Is it because you saw 4 Burt Jones commercials at the marathon?
No, it's because you look at the list and the rest of them are kind of shady.
Yeah.
That Jackson dude, that Jackson dude that's running.
Yeah.
So he's kind of trying to present himself as an outsider like Trump and all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. And a conservative, lifelong. This dude is a billionaire that's been funding abortion clinics.
Oh, jeez. What in the world?
Allegedly.
What in the world? Yeah, I'd like to see those claims substantiated.
That's what
true.
And that was according to the Burt Jones commercial.
Well, it's according to his opponent, so I trust it 100%.
Yeah, so he's like a proponent of it, even though he acts like he's conservative. So he come in he's kind of slimy feeling. We don't get into politics much on this show, but yeah, I just don't feel right when I see him. You know what I mean? At least with go ahead.
Is he one of those guys that like you can basically tell they're lying?
Yeah.
Where you look at him and you're like, oh, you're lying, or you're a liar. Like I can just see it.
Yeah. So they're trying to pull that deal where they pulled in Texas where, oh, I'm just going to act like a Democrat, but I'm going to switch my name to Republican and just screw everything up.
Yeah,
so
I don't like that.
But because people are dumb and they'll vote for me because they just see an R beside my name.
Sure. And that's honest to God the truth, especially in states like Texas and Georgia and a lot of rural states. You'll find that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's a sad truth, man. That's a sad truth. But hey, look. Are we good? I wanted to talk about something real quick.
I'm good. What you want to talk about?
Look, man. I've had a really frustrating weekend, dude.
What happened?
I've had man. Has your wife ever moved your garbage can in the kitchen?
Oh, maybe once.
Bro, my wife moved the garbage can. I think it was Saturday. And I have had the most frustrating time ever since. I keep trying to throw things away in the spot that it used to be. And it's literally maybe 6 feet away, right?
Yeah, muscle memory.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
How many things have you thrown on the ground?
Bro,
everything?
I OB'd some paper, and there was nothing there. It just splattered against the cupboard, like the cabinet. It sucked, man. I'm really upset, dude. It's so frustrating, man. And this happens at other times. You know what I mean? It's like when things get moved around, it just takes a while to relearn, dude. And I've just had one of those weekends where it's been really difficult to relearn. This whole trash can situation really has me thrown for a loop, dude.
That I could see where that would that would mess with you, dude.
Yeah. I've got my Bible exam coming up too, and I really don't want to screw that up. And I'm just in this frustrated state of mind.
So you are afraid that this trash can move could mess with your Bible exam? This has messed you up that bad?
Well, look, I've got to find some kind of way. If I fail the exam, I got to find something to play.
Catherine, you moved the trash can.
It can't be my fault, right? That I failed the exam.
Why'd you move it? No, you messed up. You messed up the whole room.
Yeah. So I don't know how much about this on the show, but I've got this final exam, this final Bible exam. There is a Old Testament survey, New Testament survey, and then an advanced Old and New Testament survey. And I have to take those 3 exams as one exam. I've got like 2.5 hours to do it, and I'm doing that this Thursday. So
will you be a rabbi after this?
So what I will be receiving if I pass my final exam will be a bachelor's in theology. So I'll have like a degree. I'll have a degree from Bible college.
Rabbi John. And rabbi just means teacher.
Yeah, rabbi just means teacher, which is, I mean, I certainly don't feel called to shepherd hearts or souls or any of that. And so teacher may kind of be my lane that I stay in. I'm just doing what I'm just kind of putting the next foot in front of the other, right? Like I'm just taking the next step. I don't know where God's got me going, but we don't always know, right? We know in part, we see in part. God knows the full picture. He's got everything going on, and so he's always working, and I'm just going to try to be involved.
Well, like, what is it in Psalms that lamp unto my feet?
Yeah. 100%.
So all we can see is like basically holding a flashlight at our feet, walking in the dark in the woods.
That's right. We
can see what's immediately here around us, but God can see it all.
Yeah, and looks can be deceiving, It says over and over again in Scripture about people seeing something and it looking good, right? Even Eve, originally in the Garden of Eden, she sees the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and it looks good to her.
Yeah,
right?
Dude.
It looks are deceiving, man, and so we always got to be on guard for what we think we're seeing.
Speaking of Eve,
I
watched John Wick Ballerina this weekend.
Okay, how was it?
It was pretty good. Have you seen it yet?
I have not watched it, and I'm a John Wick fan, but I don't have HBO, which isn't it on HBO?
I think it was on HBO.
Yeah.
But there's what's the guy at the Continental?
Oh yeah. I won't remember his name.
But he's telling her, he goes, curiosity is why Eve ate the fruit in the garden.
Because it looked good. She was curious.
And he goes, you don't want to go down that road.
Yikes, dude. Yikes. Yeah. So it's not always a good thing to necessarily.
I also watched Smashing Machine.
Oh, dude, how was it?
It's very good. It's, those 2A4 or A24 or whatever.
Yeah, A24.
When they do movies, it's very, very tough the way they do it.
Yeah.
Really felt bad for dude, but daggum The Rock did so good in that.
Did he?
It was hard. He looked so much like him. He got his voice pretty close to his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Because that dude's got his voice don't match his body.
He's got a distinct voice for sure. Yeah.
And when he says,
Mark Kerr has a distinct voice.
When he talks about, it's not good for my tummy.
Yeah.
I crack up every time that behemoth.
Yeah.
She's trying to get him to get onto Gravitron. And he goes, you know I can't ride that. It's not good for my tummy. And I'm like,
but that's how he talks.
I know.
That's how the real Mark Kerr talks. And so he's doing a pretty accurate, like the whole thing is really good. I've heard it's amazing. I've seen little clips. I've not watched the whole movie yet. So hopefully I can do that soon.
It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Let's dive back over to those show notes because your trash can was moved. Dude, speaking of trash cans getting moved.
Yeah.
South Georgia's on fire.
Yes.
And
South Georgia is on fire.
They're saying that it could be one of the worst fires. It's definitely the worst fire in the history of the state. And it could be one of the worst fires in the history of the East Coast.
Oh my gosh, it's gotten that bad.
Let's see. South Georgia fires.
Do we stand any hope at containing these things? Like, are they just? What are we doing here, man? What's happening?
Well, we need rain.
We need rain.
It's drier than a popcorn fart out there.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at the path of the fire, same path Helena took. So you got a bunch of down trees. And so you got all that dryness that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense, man.
Now this says White County Fire Services. I was like, so they got people all the way down from White County, Georgia, which is up near Helen, or down there fighting that fire.
My gosh.
This is according to, if I can get it to load, according to Fox 5 Atlanta, South Georgia wildfire grows to more than 55,000 acres.
Good grief.
So,
and I mean, how many homes have been lost in this thing, dude?
I'm not getting a number on that at the moment. Let me see.
A couple hundred, I would assume. I mean, I know it's really rural out there. That's why I'm estimating a couple hundred.
They've saved a lot of houses, actually.
Okay.
What we know is about 2,000 acres overnight. So, man, it's just growing overnight. Like, So they're saying that this fire was started. One of them was started by a Mylar balloon getting on a power line and sparking.
No way.
And the other one, and I don't know if I believe that one or not.
Yeah, it seems a little fishy, but okay.
But that's what your governor Kemp. He said, and then the other one was started. So we got two fires kind of battling each other down here to see who could be the supreme fire.
Right. There could be only one.
There can only be one fire, and they're battling it out. They may, dude. What if they just converge? And then they both go out.
That would be fantastic.
Because they can't go nowhere else.
Yeah,
that would be the
at like a river or something.
Yeah. So there's video of it going across the not across the interstate, across Highway 82 down there, which is it's 4 lanes with a median and sides. What do you call the sides of a road?
Like the shoulder and all that.
The shoulder, and it's cut back. It's cut back like an interstate. So 82 kind of looks like an interstate if you're going down it. Anyway, there's fire going all the way across, like a wall of fire going across it.
And it's drifting across. It's making its way across the interstate.
Yeah. And I'm going to pull up.
Dude, that's terrifying, man.
Yeah.
We don't really have big raging forest fires like this. This isn't really common for us.
It's not. And it's not. And we're kind of lucky. So I'm going to share this with you. This comes from one of my friends down in South Georgia. He knows somebody battling the blaze, so he
here we go.
Sent him some. This is just a little bit of what they're seeing.
Jeez.
So like when they do a controlled burn down there, they're just basically burning the brush.
Right.
It don't look like this.
Right. It's all burning the underbrush. They keep the flames relatively low.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. So what can they do, honestly, Chucker, in a situation like this? I mean, what do they what do they stand to be able to do? I mean, as far
The
as
they
fighting
they're
this,
just
like
they're
big, do they
trying.
dig out big ditches or something? Like, how do you even stop this thing? Like, soaking down the woods isn't really gonna do it, I doubt. You know
Yeah,
what
they're going through there. They've got here's what they got down there right now. They
Yeah.
got 410 people down there working, 7 Type 1 helicopters, 1 Type 3 helicopter, 4 crews, 25 Type 1 engines, 17 Type 6 engines, 3 tractor plows, and 20 dozers.
Wow. So they are clearing debris and
They're,
trying to get fuel out. That's the thing. Like,
yes.
you got to try to get rid of the fuel source, right? Because it's going to be dry. It's going to be windy. Like, those elements are kind of out of your
Yeah.
control almost. Like, even if you dump water on it, it's like this ground will just soak it right up and be dry again in no time.
Right. I've seen videos of the helicopters doing their thing down there. I've seen a few videos of the jets that
Oh,
like they
really?
use out in California,
Oh, wow. Cool.
which is
Cool.
pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like to fly one of those.
Yeah.
If I was going to fly an airplane, I'd like to either do that or crop dusting.
That would be fun. Crop dusting will be fun too.
Those guys are nuts.
And
I feel like
I'm a pilot. He was a crop duster, dude.
He was a crop duster.
From Independence Day, dude. I can fly.
Yes. Yes, he was a crop duster. So, yeah. 31 square miles is what one headline says.
Ooh, that's a whole lot, dude. That's
That's
whole
from
lot.
NPR. So let's see if NPR's got a number of houses. I know some people. We know some people that's had to evacuate.
Right.
So that's kind of wild. Yeah, it says the fire was started by a foil balloon hitting a power line, and the other one was started by a welder welding a gate, and sparks landed on the ground and started a fire. Well,
How
for
did you
one,
not send that out?
you're supposed to have your fire extinguisher
Yeah.
if you're welding.
Yes. Yes. That's proper PPE right there.
Yeah. I'm not saying he did wrong, but he did wrong. Oh man!
Yeah,
but we're just
how do you not stomp out like a welding arc fire, dude? How do you not just step on that?
unless it's just so dry down there that those arcs hit the ground and just said woof.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like in Boy Scouts, when it was really dry like this, you grab an old down pine branch and set. I mean, those pine needles go up so fast. You've got like a raging fire in no time with those pine needles. So I will say I can see how it's spreading so fast and burning so much because that stuff flames up before you even know it, really.
So we had over the weekend we had the White House correspondence.
We did. We did. Yes, sir.
I always thought that was closer to wintertime.
Me too. I thought it was like in January or something.
Right? Like it seems a little late. So there was a shooter. So they have this. They don't have this on White House grounds. They have it at the Washington Hilton Hotel, which this whole incident don't matter who the president is. I don't care who the president is at this when I make this statement. If we're going to have something like this, you should want it in a ballroom on White House grounds so you can really control who comes in and out.
That would make more sense to me, yes.
But they don't right now. So they're fighting this ballroom all they can, and whatever. And the taxpayers aren't even paying for the ballroom. It's all from donations. But there was a shooter. He didn't really get close to the president. I think he was right out there at the out front. I mean, he's too close for my taste.
Yeah,
but
too close for comfort.
Yeah, the guy's name was Cole Allen. He's 31 from Torrance, California.
Okay.
Is a man accused of opening fire at the White House Washington Hilton Hotel during the Correspondents' Dinner. Suspects in custody. Huh?
Was he outside the hotel just firing towards the hotel? Like, what did
I think he was in, from what I understand, I think he might have made it in right up to the metal detector, wherever the metal detector was at.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Just started popping off rounds randomly. Did anybody get shot?
No.
No one shot.
Like I said, he was from California. And he was a school teacher. So he's probably not the best shooter.
Yeah. I'd imagine he didn't spend a ton of time at the range.
Did you see Dana White's reaction?
I did watch that after you told me to.
That was so funny. He's like, everybody's ducking. Dana's White.
Yeah.
I didn't duck. I wanted to see it. I wanted to take it all in. Yeah. He's like, maybe they'll shoot me and I don't have to pay gambling debts off.
Dana's
I catch a stray. He's like, I catch it. It's like, if I catch a stray and I go out like this, I'll be a hero instead of a degenerate gambler.
Yeah, he can go out a martyr. And millions of dollars in debt to the Saudis.
Yeah. What if they were after him and not Trump?
No, that would be funny, man.
Yeah, it's like, we're not really after Trump. We're after Dana.
Well, I mean, they'll have their shot at both, right? In a couple of months, they're going to have the UFC event on the White House lawn. So,
dude, can you imagine the security scrutiny that's going to be going on with that?
No, from what I've heard, there's only going to be like a few hundred people in attendance, I think. So it's basically going to be like whatever politicians want to come, and then
Cash is going to be there,
of course, and then a few families of like the fighters might be there if they can pass background checks and all. But like, you're not going to have that many people in attendance.
I doubt the Russian fighter's family will pass a background check.
Dude, it's questionable, man. Like, how I think that's why a lot of the fights we wanted to happen are not happening on the White House grounds, because I honestly, these are professional fighters, UFC fighters. These are not like straight A students who tried to live their Boy Scout utmost life. No, these are guys who have been through stuff. The majority of them have a rough past. And so I think that's why that's a big part of why we didn't get some of the fights we wanted on this on the card, to be honest with you.
Well, you want to take an ad break and then come talk about some space stuff?
Absolutely, dude. Let's do it.
All right. Hey, go buy some merch. You got the COR merch.
Yeah.
You got the Last Night's Coffee merch.
Yeah.
You got the SVK Racing Apparel page on TeePublic carries all of our merchandise that we have out right now.
That is teepublic.com. TeePublic.com.
Yep. Or you can just go to our Facebook page and find link there.
Sorry for the interruption in the episode, but we'd like to take this moment to advertise for Eileen Ayers at movingcoweta.com for all your realty needs in and around the Coweta County area. Make sure you visit movingcoweta.com. That's Eileen Ayers.
Yeah, check that out, folks. Also, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Charlie Austin Ford Racing, Speed U, Synergy Speed Lab, Wynn's Pharmacy, Mickey Scott's Barbershop, Trinity Fleet Services, Daytona 1, Da Vinci's Pizza, Parker Lanes, Ember and Oak, Cigar Lounge, Exterior Traditions, and Devotee Baptist Church. Go check those guys out.
That's a list right there, my guy.
Man, I tell you what, we got a lot of sponsors that help us out, and that's no particular order.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that so many people have gotten involved in sponsoring Charlie and trying to help him out and help him achieve his goals. That's awesome.
Yeah, and if you want to help us out achieve our goals, you can like and subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Leave reviews, leave comments, whatever you can. Share the show. It helps us out.
Just hit the like button, guys. Just hit the like button. You know.
Also, find us on Facebook. All right, we're back.
Oh yeah.
The FBI. So there's things been going around. Like, there's a bunch of freaking scientists that are missing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about the scientists.
Now,
man.
am I wrong in saying that these are a bunch of essentially disclosure guys?
Potentially, maybe there is a potential for connection with a lot of these scientists that have gone missing and UFO lore. So, like, from what I've been seeing, there's been a number of scientists and physicists. There's been a general that's gone missing. There's been a couple of people from NASA that have gone missing. And so aerospace engineers, physicists, nuclear physicists, and then that general. So, like, there is this idea that all of these people that are going missing could be connected through disclosure. How do you feel about that? Do you think
That's weird?
Do you think that could be the connecting force for all these folks? Is UFO disclosure?
Maybe. It just blows my mind that they're all missing.
Yeah.
And that the FBI is found, like, they're all missing, and the FBI said, we need to look into this.
Yeah.
They're all missing or dead.
Yeah. So, depending on how you want to build your list, how far back you want to go, and who makes the cut as far as the connections, you could make a list of between 8 and 14 different scientists that have gone missing. Or 8 to 14 different people, I should say, that have gone missing.
Yeah.
And so, that starts to add up. You know what I mean? Do we even know what a baseline would be? Like, how often do scientists go missing? Like, people go missing, right? That happens. But, like, we don't have a baseline for, like, how many physicists go missing. You know what I mean? But it just seems to be a pattern. There seems, and granted, people want to look for a pattern, but I mean, also, if there is one, we need to point it out. And, like, it I don't know. Is it coincidence or is it conspiracy? Well, I don't know.
It says 10 missing scientists with access to classified stuff, nuclear material, and aerospace technology.
Yeah, exactly. So with all of those things combined, the one connecting factor, if you want to be, if you want to put your tinfoil hat on and go a little bit crazy, the one connecting factor could be UFOs, right?
Okay. Yes. Now, this freaking, and one of them is connected to Tom DeLonge some kind of way.
Yes. Yeah, that was.
I think it was the general. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his trust me, bro.
Yeah, that was his insider. That I can't tell you that. Whenever every time Joe would ask him, "Who told you this?" He'd be, "I can't tell you that. It was this guy."
Yeah, that was his guy.
So
now, like, over the weekend, it was announced that this David Whitlock from Ancient Aliens has died.
Yeah.
And they're saying it was a drug overdose.
Right.
It says Whitlock was involved in an incident with police in Boulder County, Colorado on Monday when emergency services dispatched officers over speculation that the individual was having a mental health crisis. Well, we've all seen how that works in the movies. Yes, you're having a mental health crisis. No, I'm not. I'm perfectly fine. No, you're having you're having it right now.
Yes.
Anybody that talks to a cop, the cop can get, you're having a mental, and then the cop wins.
Yeah, sir, put your
because
gun
that's
down.
how it works with cops.
Don't do that. Don't point your gun at me.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have a gun. Yes, you do.
We've seen Mayor of Kingstown. Raise your gun slowly in my direction. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
So this dude is dead, and it's apparent suicide.
Yeah.
Alleged suicide. I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either, man. I think the numbers are starting to seem a little bit weird. And granted, like I said, human beings want to see patterns. We see freaking pictures in the clouds, right? We want to recognize patterns. Our brains naturally want to do that. But this one is just seeming a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm with you. I think the evidence is becoming overwhelming.
Strange. We live in strange times. It's like
I agree.
Joe Rogan did a whole special on that. But
strange times, yeah.
You ready for Red Dirt Rundown?
I am, man. Where are we at in the world of dirt racing?
Now it's time for the Red Dirt Rundown on last night's coffee with Chuck and Jon. We're educating you on dirt track racing.
Yeah, come on.
Well, most of it was run out this weekend.
Oh. We didn't get that much rain, though.
We didn't. The Lucas Oil. So we didn't, but they went ahead and they canceled the Outlaws race at Talladega Short Track.
Mm-hmm.
They canceled it, so they didn't run. But they had the Mars Tours running this weekend, and then you had one. So Friday night, Lucas raced, and then their Saturday race was canceled, and then they raced Sunday.
Yeah.
So they raced at Georgetown and Delaware, I guess. DE is DE Delaware.
Yeah, I guess.
They raced at Georgetown and Delaware, and Devin Moran captured a win.
All right.
And then they raced at Hagerstown, Maryland, Sunday evening, and Shepherd won. So Rocket gets a victory.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll claim that. But then Sonoa was supposed to run the topless outlaw late models or whatever they call themselves. I don't know. They're a limited late model without a roof. Which is basically what we run every week, except for them guys are fast. I don't know what that. They're supposed to, I mean, you look at the engine rules and they're not that different, but
yeah,
they are fast. And anyway, they canceled that race. So Sonoa's like, well, you know what? We don't think it's really going to rain, even though the sanctioning body that was going to come here thinks it's going to rain. And Sonoa bet right. I bet wrong. I bet on rain and made other plans. I made a pizza.
No. Oh, yeah. You've been talking about making your pizza in a smoker.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It looked delicious.
Turned out excellent. But in Charlie Oxenford Racing news, we picked up our engine Friday.
Hey, have we started the process of putting it in the Black Betty?
No, because Charlie had to go to that concert in Athens.
That's right. So, did he enjoy himself? The Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan, right?
Luke Bryan and Zach Top. I think he had a good time. So what did he say? So the suite that Kirby was in was 12 seats down and one row back from him.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So he could kind of get a peek at Kirby every once in a while?
Yeah, he could get a peek at Kirby. That's
wild, dude.
He sent me a picture. He's like, there's Kirby. I'm like, that's awesome.
Dude, I've met him. I've got a picture with him.
Oh, Kirby smart. But he had a good time. So I think he's going to start putting the engine in tonight. Our first race is May 9th.
May 9th. Mark it on your calendars, folks. It'll be at Sonoya?
Yep.
Right on, dude. Making his hometown debut right here.
Yeah, pretty excited about that.
When are you going to be able to put some practice laps on the car? Is it going to be night of?
Looks that way.
Okay.
I need to look. I'm glad you asked because I've been so distracted with everything else that I haven't really looked at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, looks like
you guys have had a lot going on, so I understand.
Day of
is going to be the first time you get some practice laps on the car since putting the new engine in. I mean, how many laps did you get under? How many laps did he get under his belt before the engine blew?
6.
You got 6 laps. So, all right.
They were 6 very productive laps.
Okay. Yeah. Praise God. Yeah. Praise God for that.
Yeah. So
right on. May 9th, man. We're looking forward to it, dude. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Can't wait to fire this thing up. We gotta revise our calendar a little bit because we were planning on running limited, but now we have a 604, so we can run limited and 604. So got to revise the calendar. I was supposed to do that over the weekend, but I made a playlist.
And it's a good playlist.
I mean, yeah, it's a good playlist, but
it's a good playlist.
Charlie's supposed to have a calendar down here. He's like, look on the printer. There's a calendar. I'm like, okay. And I looked on the printer and there wasn't a calendar. So
yeah, well,
I don't know where it's at. But, and I could tell you all that. But anyway, that's the Red Dirt rundown for this week.
Playlist took priority, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a reaction video for us?
I do, dude. And so
nice.
We're going to hopefully NASCAR doesn't since it's on NASCAR's YouTube, maybe they don't mind us using this footage.
Okay, we'll see.
But
we are giving full credit to NASCAR's YouTube page right now.
Yeah.
You got your volume up?
Yeah. So
it's down. Yeah, and you see.
Well, that's not the right video.
All right, so I
hold on. All right. Well, this is Carson Hocevar. So Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar is going to be a superstar.
Okay.
Dale Jr. says he reminds him of his dad in the early 80s.
Okay.
Meaning he's tearing up a lot of stuff right now. But the dude's got talent.
Yeah.
He's got this odd personality. Mm-hmm. And he won at Talladega, and this was his victory celebration.
Okay.
Oh, it's playing the wrong one again. All right, so
here it is.
Well, Alan Kulwicki created the Polish victory lap for his first win. Carson Hocevar wanted to do something memorable for his first victory.
He better stop. We're going to hit the wall.
Oh, my gosh.
Not too sure about this, but hey, it's his show.
He's got it figured out now.
There we go. Now we got it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
This is going to be cool.
Wow. Hanging out the window, driving his victory.
I bet you Monday there'll be a new rule.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Well, better be a rule maker than a rule breaker. That's what DW always said.
Absolutely.
How about this? Remember at Richmond one year when Earnhardt's windshield got all covered and he sat on the windowsill, drove the car and wiped the windshield. Larry, you remember that?
That's a moment. That's cool.
Amazing, dude.
Sat there just about like this during the race, under caution. Climbed back in the seat, put the belts back on, got back to racing because he didn't want to make a pit stop and go to the back. Well, this beats all.
It's been a long time since we witnessed something awesome in the sport.
Yeah, well, this is really cool. This is new and fun. Is that Chili's?
Yeah.
I hope by the time he gets to the start-finish line and our cameraman, he figures out.
It's a good-looking race car.
It is. Number 77, dude. It kind of reminds you of like the cherries. You know what I mean? Like with the sevens and like the
But that's why you like this kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a thinker. Always thinking outside the box and doing something different, paving his own way.
Wow. Wow. Good for him, dude. What was this kid's name again?
Carson Hocevar. Oh, he ain't done yet.
Oh.
He ain't done yet.
Oh, my gosh. What else is he going to do?
There we go.
He's... Watch.
Oh, no. Boom.
And a burnout.
Oh, my gosh. Hanging out the window burnout.
And, okay, that's it. But he's able to do this because he's like 6'7" foot tall. I don't know. He's a tall joker.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about ordering a Carson Hocevar shirt.
That's really cool, man. Carson Hocevar, shout out to him. So he won at Talladega. Yeah, I saw they were racing there. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and Cletus McFarland had a pretty good run. He finished second in the ARCA race.
Oh, really?
Led some laps. So
watch out now.
NASCAR is back.
You like a NASCAR?
I'm kind of digging it. I hope they don't strip the personality from these guys because
it's been a few years since you talked about NASCAR. It's been a few years since you talked about NASCAR. I think the noose in the shop bay was the last time I really remember you talking about NASCAR.
I felt like that whole thing was a setup to make some things look bad. Because how many
within the organization
to make, I don't know, just because of the atmosphere that we were in at the time. I mean, how many pull down shop doors have you seen that's got a loop?
A lot.
You know, and some freaking reporter trying to make a story is like, it's on news.
Yeah.
And it's in Bubba's because it's the only one that's somebody probably tied it so they could reach up there and grab it better. And it just happened to be that one.
Yeah.
I don't think anything malice was about it, but they had the freaking FBI looking into it. And the FBI said, no, there's nothing here, but it did what it did. And
sure. It created the waves that it needed to create.
Because people they don't want to, okay. There's too many journalists that want to be the star instead of the story just being the story.
Right.
They want to break something.
Right.
So they're going to try to and I don't really, I mean, you can go see something. You could see it live and then a journalist report on it and say something totally different about what you saw. It's like, no, I saw what I saw.
Well, I mean, look, not to pour salt on any open wounds, but hopefully we can all talk about this at this point. We kind of saw that firsthand with the Charlie Kirk shooting, right? I mean, it was anyone who saw that it was a lethal blow.
Yeah.
And then you see within an hour or two, there was some news station trying to report that he was in critical condition.
Yeah.
And that's not true, man.
That dude was dead before they put him in the car.
That's not true, man. And it was all, like you said, that reporter, that journalist, whoever, they were trying to break something. They were trying to break news rather than report truth.
Yeah, they all want the little sound bite and they all want credit for something. They're all egotistical.
Right. They make it about them rather than about the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, go back to, was Hunter Thompson like that?
I don't know, man. I think Hunter
kind of immersed himself into the story.
Yeah, I feel like he was just on such a different plane. He was on a different dimension level than other folks.
He told the story from inside the story.
Yeah.
Like he went and put himself in the situation and told that story instead of making up a situation.
Yeah.
So, let's see if I've got a.
Yeah, we need a meme, dude. We need a meme.
I might have a meme.
Meme of the week. Meme of the week.
You got any memes? Oh, this. Okay. It's not really a meme, but it's tonight. Right. There is a Atlas V Leo 6 launch.
Okay.
And sweet. If it's clear enough, you will be able to see it from Atlanta.
Awesome. What time does that say? I can't. It's hard for me to read that.
So we're in zone 4.
Okay.
Zone 4, zone 5. So it's set to launch at 8:52. We will be able to see it 210 seconds after launch.
Wow. So like right after I get to work.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's not even going to be completely dark outside.
Probably not.
I've got to be man, we've got to have a good viewing spot for that.
Hopefully it'll be clear. Right now there's some clouds.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out from that pinpoint at work, like what direction in the sky we need to be looking, and
towards the south.
Just straight south?
Southeast,
right?
Yeah, towards Savannah.
Okay, cool. This is exciting, man. I'm excited to be able to see it. I hope we actually catch it and are able to make it out, because sometimes it's hard to really
might have to walk up towards the golf course.
Might have to get out of some trees and stuff like that, some tree coverings. We'll see.
Yeah, that would be pretty freaking cool to see. I remember seeing a night launch of the shuttle from Griffin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just barely over the top of the trees. You could see the red glow.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But all right, you gonna send us off?
Yeah, man. Let's do the red word send off, and this one is going to be from Matthew 28.
Matthew 28.
The last chapter of Matthew, and these are some of the last words from Jesus before he ascends to heaven. He has been resurrected, and he meets the disciples, the 11 remaining disciples, in Galilee on the mountain where he told them to meet him. And so we're going to pick up Matthew 28, verse 18. Jesus came near and said to them, "All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe everything I have commanded. And remember, I am with you always to the end of the age."
That's some good stuff. That's also known as the Great Commission.
That's right.
So,
yeah. Fantastic verse. I absolutely love it because, he approaches the 11, the imperfect 11, like that. It's showing you there's still, and some of them doubted and all that stuff, but he still told them to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a good week.